Good morning, folks. Welcome aboard another day of building Evie. Well, it's a gorgeous sunny day here. It's coming towards the end of it, but well, this is the porthole liners going in. I managed to make a number of, well, you'll see, this is not my finest bit of filmmaking. I've had to record this a number of times. The first time I took a photo at the beginning and I took a photo at the end. Clearly, didn't change. Anyway, here's the video. So I thought it'd be useful to show you what it was looking like before I put in the insulation. You can see that I've put on the black tape. There are a few gaps to the hull that you can still see, and that's pretty representative of what all of the windows looked like before I did anything. I interrupt this program because I seemingly have deleted the bit of video of me fitting this particular window frame. This one is different because before I got to the process that you see in a minute, then on this, I just put a ring of the 2-inch wide clear sellotape, I guess you call it. And so I just put that on the back face in lieu of the yellow tape, basically. And then I fitted that. I don't know how. I've deleted it before I've finished the video. It was there a minute ago. Anyway, back to the video. At this point, then I thought, actually, be better to just do this in layers. So I just did a really small amount around where the insulation is furthest away from the frames. And I just did a little bit on each window frame or porthole. And yeah, well, I just thought, like I say, I just thought because of the way it expands and stuff, then I thought I'd be able to make sure that I got all of the cold bridges and there were none available for condensation to form on. Because of the amount of spray foam that comes through the tiniest gap that is between the liner and the frame, then using the solvent stuff also can kind of have an impact on the wax. It's obviously a solvent for wax as well. So anyway, but I had the idea of using cling film and having wrapped up that frame, which was a bit awkward, as you saw. But anyway, it was fine. Now, when I used the solvent, then I really didn't have to worry about the liner at all. I did obviously wipe off the sort of the excess, but it wasn't certainly wasn't a concern to me. This cling film seems to be in the kind of pre-cut sheets or whatever. Bit awkward. Would have been better with some that was like, you know, just a long thin bit. But yeah, this works very well. Obviously putting on another layer of the expanding foam to fill in the gaps from the stuff that hadn't expanded from the day before or whenever it was. So anyway, this you know, I'm being careful. I'm making sure this is obviously in the bathroom, so a recipe. If condensation is going to be a problem, it's going to be a condensation in the bathroom, isn't it? I do have the extractor fan, but you know, I think probably that might be worse than the bedroom. Bedroom in my old boat, then the bedroom was the problem. You know, we produce an awful lot of moisture when we breathe, anyway, I decided that went well enough that I would prepare both of the others, or no, all the other three, I think it is. How many portholes have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 in total. Anyway, here you can see that I'm now taking the liner off. Well, it worked. You know, this in fact the cling film detached itself from the expanded foam very well. On the next one, having fitted it, I missed out the spraying foaming, I think. Then I immediately ran round with a knife. I'm not quite sure why I decided that was the thing to do, but I did. Last one coming up, I think. This is, so, you know, more of the same. I'm getting better at it, I think, anyway. Like anything, by the time you've done 4 or 5 of the things, then you kind of have got a handle on what's going on. So this will be the last one. As you can see, I'm out of the marina by this stage. If you look through the window, then you can see trees and things rather than other boats. But yeah, I'm just kind of making the best effort I can to fill the thing up. And there you go. And then I'm ready to start taking everything off. Actually, it'd been quite a while since these have been up. I'd run out of storage space on the phone to make a video of me taking them off, and that felt to be important. You can see that edge there, and I'll come back to that later. So here I hadn't run around with the knife on this one, but that goes up and down. It's a bit loose, that one above the bed. This is the most rearward one on the starboard side. This is pretty good. You can see I just took that one off and then popped it straight back on. Worked very well, nice and tight. So this one is a little loose. And if I do that, then you can see I can give it a little spin, and now these are not where they should be, but that keeps it tight because I'm going to have to cut this edge off. I think I could let it into the whatever I put there. I'm not sure, so I'm going to leave it, not going to attach that one. So this is the first one without the tape that I just put clear tape on, which, as I say, I think will be similar to that yellow tape I was using before. So this does not move. It is not attached. You can see I can flex the wall behind it. So the only thing holding this in is the spray foam being attached to this. Now, I think I could have kind of released it a number of times after I put it in. Maybe that would have helped. But the expanding foam expands over a number of hours and stuff. So I don't know, but this isn't coming out, or not easily. I think I can probably put some wedges in to deal with that. So the reason why I want to be able to take these out is because I'm still not sure what I'm going to do in relation to some sort of bung or blind or whatever. A blind seems a bit too excessive. That can come out a bit, and you can see I'm stood right next to the bed. That isn't really what I want, so I probably want something inside this, which might be a bung, but I don't need the insulation that comes from bung, so I don't need the thickness and stuff. So I'm not sure where I'm going with that yet. So being able to take these off seems like a good idea to me. If you know exactly what you're doing, of course, then you never need to be able to take anything apart. Anyway, that's what this one looks like. This one over here, this one is just about perfect. Good and tight. That's not falling off at all. I've got these joints level with the joints in there. I will show you the inside of one of the, so broadly speaking, I don't know that you can tell, but these windows have the inside piece is separated from the outside piece, so there is a break, which I have tried to get this to cover the entirety of the outside piece of the window, and that's why I've done what I've done. You can see that I think I've covered everything. I've certainly covered all the steel work that's right back there. So theoretically, I don't have any cold bridges. So obviously there were a couple of reasons why I've done this. One is to make sure I don't have any cold bridging behind everything, and that's obviously a good thing. The other reason is because I have effectively zero gap here, which is just an aesthetic choice that I wanted. I didn't want any mastic or something here. The fact that these liners are not attached to anything, or indeed, well, they'll be attached to the wall itself by a couple of dobs of silicone, but I will be able to still undo this panel if I need to. Even one, I'll just have to remove the cover strips that are covering the screws at the edge. But once that is done, this whole panel will just come off. So if I do need to get behind this at some stage in the future, with the unknown future, which just happens, my electrics run under the gunwale, so it's very difficult to take them off, the lower walls off, because the radiators are in the way. But I could take the upper walls off and get to that area. So I've done this for those reasons. They're my reasons. Nobody else normally bothers about them, but I don't know, I'm me, so there we go, it's done. And I'll see you on the next one. Anyway, take care, cheers, bye.